After its debut as weightlifting in the Tokyo 1964 Paralympic Games, the sport, now known as powerlifting, expanded from just male lifters with a spinal cord injury to include athletes with physical impairments that affect their lower limbs or hips, or athletes with short stature. Female powerlifters made their Paralympic debut in 2000. Powerlifting is the ultimate test of upper body strength, and you'll often see athletes lifting more than 3 times their own body weight. Powerlifters are split into 10 different categories based on body weight for each gender. Powerlifting consists of one discipline, a bench press. Unlike the able-bodied sport where athletes use their feet on the floor to assist the bench press, Paralympic athletes lie totally flat on a completely different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has the bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command, start. Then they have to lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, rock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referees command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required from 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts, and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker, and or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total, but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break the world record but may not win gold. Powerlifting offers a tense and dramatic spectacle where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
The 8th day overall of the 2021 Tbilisi World Powerlifting Championships. It is day 7 of the seniors. It's the last day of the women's competition, the over 86 kilos event. The men come later, the 88 kg and 97 kg finals. But the women's events end here, and we have the final 9 of the week coming. And pretty much all the titles are here. The World, Paralympic and European champions are facing each other. And we have for Australia, Honey Watson as well. Josephine Auger, the world record holder, and Anua Wapayo Akol Eji, the junior world record. And of course, Nigeria have got one of their best powerlifters around in this final. The field in Group A for the women's over 86 kilo final, starting with Honey Watson of Australia with 115, going all the way to 130. Deng, the world and new Paralympic champion. Sadov Nikova of the RPC, Nadia Ali of Egypt, and Pelaba Sainus of Mexico. Huge amount of titles here. Our referees, Nosa Mohammed, Katerina Silva and Conrado Brunacci. And here is the jury. All ready then for the last women's final, women's over 86 kilo decider. So it's the women's over 86 kilo final, and it wraps up the women's competition for the week at these World Powerlifting Championships. So first to come for Australia, it is Honey Watson. It's her first major championship. It's in Queensland. The Australian champion going for 115. So it's close to her lifetime best. On the circuit of 118, she has been in able-bodied powerlifting too and done really well in that. And this to immediately overtake everybody in Group B and take the lead for Australia. Not quite sure that went according to plan. Didn't get that on the press sequence. Kind of got interrupted on the way. Just halted, and then, yeah, she kind of realized that didn't go according to plan. Next up for Korea, Lee Hyun Jung. 126, a lifetime best from the Tokyo Paralympic Games, where she finished 6th. The reigning Asian Games champion, Asia Oceania silver in Kitakyushu, and she has been living in Pyeongtaek, which hosts the next edition of that, 5th in the European Open Championships in 2018 in Berg-sur-Mer. She's had 3 Paralympic Games, 4th the best result, that was in Rio. Back-to-back Asian Para Games golds, plus that Asia Oceania silver. So Lee for 117. She's got it too. 3 out of 3. That was a nice lift by Lee, and she is our new leader. She overtakes Maria Lira Petita by 5. Lee 5 off her own lifetime best. So next up for Nigeria, the reigning African champion, the Paralympic champion from London 2012, the 3-time World Championship silver medalist, the fabulously Talented Fea Satanare, her coach, based in Owerri. Commonwealth Games champion as well, Glasgow in 2014. Which obviously Harney Watson would be eligible for as well, coming up next summer in Birmingham. Which is on around the same time as the World Games, which is for non-Olympic sports, is happening in Birmingham. Same name, different place. Birmingham, Alabama. So more of the ham on that. A BG is for the lead, 120. Obviously, she's gone very, very heavy in her lifting in the past. 150 her lifetime best. She is our world record holder, and that an absolute belter. 2 out of 1, and she can go a lot heavier than that. .150 her lifetime best. The world record 160 held by Josephine Orji, also of Nigeria. And that puts her out in front. Never been a world champion, but been a Paralympic champion. So now for Poland, the European champion, and that lifetime best of 140 coming from claiming Paralympic bronze. In Tokyo, she's been a silver medalist as well. Marzena Zienma. Twice European champ. She's won gold at the Europeans in Egger in 2015 and Bergsamir in 2018. Next Europeans scheduled to be here next year. Lives in Grumnik. She's had some really good high finishes in the World Championships. Hasn't medalled at the World Championships before, but a couple of fifths, a couple of sixths. This is her 5th World Championships. .121. And that is good. Into the lead. 2 out of 3 in Zienma's favour. And that's a very good advantage for Poland, who, as usual, got a brilliant team and a well-coached team and well looked after. Zienma out in front, gold medal position for Poland. Next up for Egypt, Nadia Ali. Well, she's had some great success in her career. The 2 Paralympic bronzes, 08 and 2000. She was 5th in the last World Championships, but silver in Dubai in 2014. And you have to go back to a further 12 years for her previous World Championships, full stop. Bronze there in 02 in Kuala Lumpur. It is the first time in her career that she has competed in back-to-back World Championships, has never competed in a back-to-back Paralympic Games. Rio was her last Paralympics, no mark in that. Bronze in the previous 2. Beijing 08. Sydney 2000. History graduate of Cairo University in Giza. African Games silver medalist in 2015 and didn't start the African Championships in 2018 for some reason, but she was there. So here she comes. And this for the lead at 125, and that is a good lift, a whiteout. 3 out of 3. Lifetime best 150, so you know she can go further than that. And Nadia Ali out in front. Great lifting, as usual. And she can go on. Quite a lot of them can go on. Again, we've got all the champions in this. So Sriyanti of Indonesia is next. 134, that lifetime best from the Dubai World Cup earlier this year. Sriyanti, silver in the Asian Para Games in Jakarta, silver in the last Southeast Asian Games in 2017 in Kuala Lumpur, which she wasn't expecting to be entered for at all, but she was. She won a silver. Now here she is on the international stage. Didn't qualify for the Paralympics, but she's competing in everything else. And we consider those last Southeast Asian Games were 4 years ago. She's been on the circuit a huge amount since then. She was never expecting to be an international sports person, but now she's leading in the World Championships. 3 out of 3 for Sriyanti. Matches Nadia Ali. She's lighter in body weight by 8 kilos, so leading in the head-to-head. Good advantage. Irina Sadovnikova next for the RPC. 138 her lifetime best from the Dubai World Cup. She's reasonably new on the circuit. 10th at the last World Championships in Nur Sultan, out of St. Petersburg. Coached by Denis Leshchev and Sergei Isayev. This for 126 to go top. So this for the lead for 126. And that is good as well. 3 out of 3 for Sadovnikova. Decent lift, and on we go. Perla Barcenas. Well, what hasn't she claimed in her career? Pan Am champion, America's champion. She has been world champion, European Open reigning champion as well. 4th in Tokyo. A Paralympic silver, 2 bronze. In a belting career. And 130 her target for the lead here. go out in front. Her regular position. Four-time Pan Am champion, twice America's champion. Those are all of the America's competitions that have ever been held in powerlifting. And this for the lead of the World Championships. World champion for the most recent time, 11 years ago. And she's got that 130. 3 out of 3, Palabacelis, the leader for Mexico. Game on. We still have one more attempt to go. Bacelis looking competitive. And here comes the Asia Oceania World and Paralympic champion Deng Zhu-Mei, 157, her lifetime best. $132, Deng to hit the front by two. Deng Zhu-Mei, who edged out Lovelina Biji of Nigeria into second, and Marjane Yemba into third for Poland in Tokyo, 132. And she has got it. And she leads white out, 3 out of 3. As she thought she might. Decent lift. And we've barely had a miss in that opening round. So it's Deng Zhu-Mei who leads for China, 132. Paula Bacelis in second for Mexico, 130. Arina Sadov-Nikova in third. Now, we only did have one miss in the opening round, and it came from Holly Watson for Australia. She's going to go again at 115. Slight miscalculation, I guess, last time, but nothing that can't be sorted out this time. So Australia building a new team for Paris to try and get as many there the next Paralympic Games as possible.
1 minute.
Watson's lifetime best, 118, is 3 kilos heavier than this, so she's been here before. 115. Watson's got it raised at 115 and has got herself a good lift in her first major championship, and that will count as an Oceania record. That was spot on. Got it. and in 9th. Lee Hyung-jung is next for Korea. Got 117 last time, looking for 123 now. $122, her lifetime best, so going for her heaviest ever weight. For a lifetime best, 123, Lee for South Korea. Well, it is the press that's gone against her, 2 out of 3 saying no to that, so it's 2 and against, and Lee misses out in a lifetime best and stays on 117. Lee 8th, Watson 9th, currently lying in 7th, Loveleen Obiji of Nigeria. Silver in the most recent Paralympic Games. It was only his second Paralympics. Missed out London. Sorry, having got gold in London, missed out on Rio. Bronze in silver in Tokyo. Lifted 147 there. Deng taking the gold on 153. Chance to leap 3 places up into 4th spot. So Bishi has started by, her stand is quite low at 120, now climbing up to 125. Whereas Bishi started at 142 in Tokyo, then on to 147 and missed out 152 in the last round, but Deng got 153 anyway with her last attempt. And Bishi for 125 to go 4th. And she hasn't done it, press sequence all 3. So, still 7th. Press didn't go right. So next up, the 2-in-a-row European champion, the 2-in-a-row Paralympic medalist, silver in Rio, bronze. Now Marjana Djemba. Has not won a world championship medal before. Which is quite something considering the European and Paralympic successes. Well, she cleared 140 in Tokyo. And if she's near the same sort of form today, she'd be near a medal here. This to put her into the bronze medal position for Polska. Looks to have got that all right. And she has 3 out of 3 for Djemba. A lifetime best goes up to 140 from Tokyo. 137 prior to that. Srianti next up for Indonesia. 8th in the last World Championship. She's looking quite good for something a bit higher this. Currently lying 5th. If she gets this, she is up into the bronze medal position in round 2. Lives in Sjogren these days. She's opened an archery club with her husband, Ronnie Sansanto. And that on top of pretty successful time in this sport the last 4 years. 130 she's going for. 130 she has got. And 133 is her lifetime best. Well, that was really calmly done. And maybe having an assault on that lifetime best shortly. Chock full of talent, this competition. Pretty much all the reigning champions are here up against each other. Going for 131 now to put her into the silver medal position. Nadia Ali for Egypt. 150 a lifetime best. World silver 7 years ago. World bronze 19 years ago. And her first Paralympic Games bronze, Sydney 2000. Same result in Beijing in 08. So Ali at 131 would be a kilo behind Deng Xumei, our leader from China. But there will be 3 more to go in this round after this lift. So Nadia Ali, 131. And that is good as well. So she's up into second. White out, 3 out of 3, Nadia Ali. without a lot of difficulty. Got it well raised, kept it clean.
The bar is loaded, representing Mexico. Perla Barcenas, 132 kilos, second
Well,
attempt.
it's not an opportune time to miss at a time when so many are getting it right.
Six-time Paralympian, with silver medal from Sydney,
132.
from Beijing and London.
And this would send her into the lead. Above Deng. It's a four-way battle for gold right now. Barcenas can lead it from here. So Perla Barcenas, the six-time continental champion, 4 at Pan Am's, 2 at the Americas. Bronze in home soil and the 2017 Worlds, 7 years after her world title. That, in 2017, her last to date World Championship medal. Left not much time to get this right, but she spent a lot of time composing herself. It worked too. 3 out of 3. A whiteout, and it is Barcenas in the lead for Mexico. 2 lifts to go in this round. So many in this competition have gone well beyond the 140 in their careers. Really good, capable, clean, clear, strong. Now how far can she go? Yes. It's always good when it works out.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, 133 kilos. RPC, second attempt. Irina Sadovnikova.
Second attempt, and this is piling a bit on. 7 extra kilos for the RPC Irina Sadovnikova. Her second World Championships, her second major event. And it's further complicated the mix, made it even more competitive, made it even harder to win a medal. Currently lying in 6th, this would be for the lead. It tells you the quality and strength and depth of the competition that she's aiming to take such a massive leap, having led deep into the opening round, and now she's back to the bench in 6th. She can change that with this. 1, 3, 3. And Sadovnikova's got it 2-1 in her favour, and she leads with 1 to lift in this second round. 2-1 in her favour. She made that work really well.
137 kilos. Bracket 16.
That was a new lifetime best by 8 kilos. 125 previous to that, which she can now consign to the history books. Deng Shumei going for 137 and the lead. Deng going to 151 and 153, her Paralympic gold medal winning performance. Deng's margin of victory over Loveline Obishi in Tokyo was 6 kilos. And Yenba for Poland, 140, was 13 behind Deng's tally. Right now, Yenba is 6th. Deng in 3rd would lead with this, 137. We've barely seen a miss in the competition. We're not going to see another one here because she's got it. 3 out of 3, the white out. Deng leads again. There's 5 kilos dividing the top 5. Deng keeps a good run going. Deng Shumei leads for China 137. Sadovnikova in 2nd for the RPC 133. Basenas 3rd for Mexico 132. Nadia Ali for Egypt. Shrianti for Indonesia. Then the European champion Yenba as we go into round 3. And looking for another lifetime best and another new Oceania record. Hani Watson for Australia. Well, it's 120, and it's 7 kilos beyond what was her lifetime best going into today. Been really successful in the able-bodied circuit too, where the rules will be a bit different. So she'd go 8th above Lee if she gets this. Hani Watson for Australia, 120 for a new continental record. Well, she's got that raised well and quickly. And is it good? It is good, it's clean. Oceania record, Hani Watson for Australia. Cleared 115 and cleared 120. Moves up a place. All good. Nothing to fault there at all. Simple miscue in the first round. Goes well beyond that in the 3rd. That's all good for Hani Watson. Finishes on 120. Overtakes Lee, who had one of the 2 misses in round 2. We've had 19 lifts now and only 3 no lifts. Lee did have one of those. Nobody supplied 2 no lifts yet. Lee looking for a new lifetime best, and this to climb up into 7th position. Go above Watson, and we'll go above Loveline Obishi, which would be a massive surprise this late in the competition. And Obishi is not going to win a medal because Obishi is aiming for 125. Maybe there's a slight twinge. Or maybe just feels she's got the Paralympic silver, and that is her big medal of the year. So Lee for 1, 2, 3. Lee for the strongest lift of her career. 123, got it raised. How straight level was it on the way up? And it's 2 against, and it was, well, the chest sequence from all 3, but the press sequence from 2 of the referees as well, and bar control from one of them. So they found a bit to fault in this. The chest to start with, bar control went a bit there, and the press wasn't even, so she doesn't get it. Lee wraps up with her first round attempt of 117, and she is 9th. And 9th is as high as she will get. And Loveline Abiji finishes in 7th. Another attempt at 125, missed it in the second round. Maybe there are power issues today, maybe something else, but she is not going to overtake Ziemba of Poland on 126. And the 2012 Paralympic champion, the reigning African champion, after the Tokyo Paralympic Games silver, will finish down the field a bit in this.
1 minute.
It's not where we're used to seeing Abiji. It is her 6th global championship. If you want to throw the Commonwealth Games in as well, a 7th, although that's about a third of, actually about a quarter of all countries now. You include that, this is the first time in a major championship she has not won a medal. First time in a major championship she's not been in the top 2. She doesn't get that, and she finishes at 120, the same mark as Hani Watson for Australia. It's on the head-to-head that Abiji, in terms of the weigh-in, finishes 7th, and Watson in 8th. They both cleared 120, Lee 117. Not been Abiji's day today, she has had plenty of them before.
Currently, 4 athletes calling for this weight. We're starting with track ID. The bars
And now a whole lot of attempts at 135. 4 of these in a row are going at it, and everybody from here on in is aiming for a medal. So it's a 6-way battle for the medals. Right now there's a 2-way joust for gold. And everything from here on in is targeting at least silver. So basically, everybody who we're going to watch from here on in could finish 2nd. But there's only 2 who are thinking about the top prize, and one of them has not won a gold before. So 135, and this to go into the silver medal position for Nadia Ali for Egypt. Seven years after her most recent World Championship medal in 2014, and it's not going to get any higher than that, I'm afraid. She added 4 onto the bar. This one didn't work out. She was kind of delighted, and maybe, in hindsight, a little bit of relief with that 1-3-1 last time. She celebrated fabulously, but she does not go into second. She stays in fourth, and at 135, she misses out. 131 is where she ends up.
135 kilos representing Indonesia. Srianti, third attempt.
Srianti on the way now, the Asian Para Games silver medalist. That's still on the schedule for next year. Hangzhou in China, along with those Asia Oceania Championships in Korea in Pyeongtaek.
Srianti placed second at the Asian Para Games in 2018.
And unfortunately, Srianti has gone too heavy as well. 135 that was for a really good try for the Indonesian, but too much. Now we're seeing a lot of misses. 133 was a lifetime best. That was an attempt at the biggest lift of her life. And there are quite a few who are knocking around this mark too. But Nadia Ali missed out, and Srianti has now missed out.
Representing Poland,
Marzena Ziemba for Poland, the European champion. 137 a lifetime best. This a leap of 9 kilos from the second round for 135, and this to go into the silver medal position. We've only had one successful lift in the final round so far, and that for Hani Watson for Australia. And that new Oceania record. And needless to say, a new lifetime best as well. But since then we've had 4 attempts and 4 misses. Marzena Ziemba for Poland, 135. Well, she's got that raise, and if she's got that raise, she's into the silver medal position. Spectacular! Ho ho! All 3, that's a whiteout, that is her. All the way up into the silver medal position behind Deng. Just like that. A fabulous lift by Ziemba, and the lowest she can finish is 4th. It'll be her best World Championship finish, and it might be a medal for the first time. She's won silver and bronze at Paralympic Games, but now Ziemba is in the top 3. Barcenas trying to knock her out of that. Barcenas in 4th now, the reigning Americas and Pan Am champion, the 2010 world champion. This aiming for silver as well. Barcenas has lifted 142 previously. It is the reigning current America's record, and that was set in the Manchester World Cup last year. So this to go up into silver. If she misses, Zhenba will get a medal. That's guaranteed. The colour right now isn't. If Barcenas lifts this, she is guaranteed a medal. 135. And on the head-to-head with Zhenba, it would be Barcenas to go above from this morning's weigh-in for silver, for a definite medal. Barcenas on the way. Has she made it? Yes, she has! She's definitely got a medal now! It's a silver for the time being. And Perla Barcenas, 23 years after her first World Championship medal, now has another. It will be the 6th of her career. Bronze in 98, silver 02, bronze 06, gold in 2010, bronze in 2017, at least bronze here, maybe silver. Whatever colour it is determined by the next lift. But that was absolutely fantastic by Perla Barcenas. And from an athlete, a sportswoman with a huge amount of major championship medals, to somebody looking for her first for the RPC, Arena Sadovnikova. 10th in the World Championships 2019, her only previous major championship. This for 136. And this, by 11 kilos, would be a new lifetime best. She's broken her lifetime best twice already today. And actually, because she's 4th, she now suddenly is going, instead of 139, for 136. And that means we already have our champion, Sadovnikova, going for silver. Can she get it? She has it raised at least. She's got it, 2 out of 3. And Sadovnikova has her first World Championship medal. Zhenba of Poland is denied and knocked down to 4th, but she does have her second Paralympic Games medal from earlier this year. And Sadovnikova takes 2nd place, 136. And it's the 3rd lift today for her that yields a new lifetime best.
The bar is loaded with 140 kilos, representing People's Republic of China.
So Deng Xiaomei of China is the world champion again. Her 2nd world title. She's the reigning Asia-Oceania champion. I don't think she was in the Asian Games last time, didn't win a medal at it, didn't get a medal from it. Back-to-back world titles for Deng in this, and she is also the reigning Paralympic champion. Had to go up to 153 in that. She was 7 off Josephine Augier's world record. This for 140. She has the gold, and this to have all 3 lifts successful. And that she has. Deng Xiaomei, the world champion for a 2nd time. A perfect set of marks for the Chinese, and glory is hers again. And the top four all had 3 successful lifts. Winning margin of 4. She fought off Loveline Abiji by 6 in Tokyo, and this time finished 20 kilos ahead of the ace Nigerian. Deng wins for China, 140 for the Paralympic, and now twice world champion. Zadovnikova, 136 for the RPC, her first ever world championship medal. First championship medal, full stop. Besanas, 135, her 6th world championship medal for Mexico. European champion Maizena Zemba is just edged out in 4th, 135. Down in the head-to-head. Nadia Ali in 5th for Egypt. Srianti 6th for Indonesia. Abiji down in 7th. The first time ever in any championship final anywhere that she has not been in the top 2. 120 for her. The same mark as Hani Watson for Australia. A new Oceania record. And Lee in 9th for Korea. And all things told, out of 27 lifts in that final group, only 7 were off. Good competition. Victory ceremony coming soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the victory ceremony for the 2021 World Senior Championships and the women's over 86 kilo category.
Well, an event where, again, we had all the champions pretty much. fair old battle, and we did go high, not world record high in terms of the weights completed. Paratzalosnova, the former world champion, now has his 6th world championship medal and a first world championship medal for Irina Sadovnikova for the RPC. 136 in what was his 2nd ever world championship. It was his 2nd ever major championship, full stop. Went to a lifetime best, 136.11, better than what had been a mark earlier this morning. But the defending world champion, the Paralympic champion, takes the crown again. Dang Joimei, 140 kg to take this women's over 86 kilo final. Tremendous competition, and at the end of it, it is gold for China. Belting performance to wrap up the women's competition at these World Powerlifting Championships in Tbilisi. 140 down 1-2 in the end. She went 13 kilos higher in the Paralympics final. Sadovnikova's presence has now complicated matters for everyone else, as there's now another more than capable competitor challenging for medals and winning them. Paratzalosnova takes her 6th medal since first hitting the podium at a Worlds in Dubai in 1998.